Hello, everyone. Good evening, fellow Americans, fellow patriots, and fellow citizens. I thank you all for coming, and I'm grateful to share an evening with like-minded individuals dedicated to the concepts of liberty. But before I begin, I wanted to send a special thank you to the Oath Keepers and to all the other veterans who served our country. You are appreciated. As I've told you, my name is Mathew C. Scaro. I am here representing the Illinois Libertarian Party. I am proud to represent them. I am proud to be an American, and I'm unapologetic in this regard. Year after year, election after election, our government grows, and with it grows our deficit spending and our national debt. This is not sustainable. And it appears that the Republican or Democrat affiliation of our elected officials matters not in this regard. The growth of our government is now bipartisan. So we stand at a turning point. This November, citizens will cast their ballots for our elected officials. Who you vote for is your choice. I am not here to tell you what the correct choices are. The modern Tea Party movement and the Libertarian Party are not the same. There are a number of issues upon which we differ, but if only for this evening, let's focus upon the many in which we are united, namely those of a limited government, fiscal responsibility, and adherence to the Constitution. I believe we can all agree that these seem discarded today, and I believe we would all like to see this addressed. Consider that by and large, our libertarian candidates will institute the change that you so desire, that our policies are almost identical, and that our candidates will adhere to the Constitution. And I am not just talking about the presidency. Claire Ball is running for Illinois State Comptroller, essentially the accountant for Illinois. Amazing as this may seem, our state has never had elected a CPA for comptroller. In fact, there has never been a comptroller with an accounting degree. This is astounding. I live in Chicago. Chicago is a bankrupt city, in a bankrupt state, in a bankrupt country. We must have a comptroller that will address our economic state of affairs. Claire Ball is that candidate. Claire Ball will not be bought and sold for personal gain. Claire Ball will hold our state officials accountable for their irresponsible spending, and Claire Ball is the most qualified candidate. Electing her may have the most direct impact upon the daily lives of Illinois residents. I hope she earns your vote. Kent McMillan is running for the United States Senate. He has pledged to serve only a single term. He will not pursue a lifelong career in Congress and will instead focus on addressing issues, on addressing change. If presented, he will vote yay to lower taxes. He will vote yay to reduce our outrageous deficit spending. He will vote yay to preserve the Second Amendment. Congress has relinquished many powers it was granted in our Constitution, and Kent will fight to get them back. He is part of the change we need in our federal legislature. For Tea Party conservatives, both these candidates should seem the obvious choice. You do not have to vote party line. You can vote for change. If you would like to learn more about Kent McMillan and Claire Ball, please visit our booth. We would love to talk to you about them. But now for the highest of all offices, our Commander-in-Chief, our President. I choose Gary Johnson. Your choice is yours. But let's agree, we need more elected officials who will hold themselves accountable to their campaign promises, and more that will restrict themselves to the confines of our governing documents. I believe Gary will. Do I think he's perfect? No, I don't. He's a man. And like all men, he makes mistakes, and he will make mistakes. Men are fallible. But of all the candidates listed on the ballot, do I think he will serve our country best? Do I think he will do what he has pledged? And do I think he will uphold the Constitution better than any of the other choices? Yes, I do. Libertarians often hear that our votes are wasted. Let it be known there is no factual merit in such a statement. It is but a myth we have been told time and time again for reasons you all must decide. It is not, however, true. A vote can never be wasted, even when all odds stand against its voice. We are often presented with the lesser of two evils. We are often told that we must choose between them and them only. We are told that a vote for X is really a vote for Y. This, too, is not true. Regardless of your intent, a vote will never be viewed as a rejection of any candidate, but only as support for that in whom you cast it. If the majority of the people should continue to vote for those they do not agree with, change can never occur. In Illinois specifically, the wasted vote argument holds very little water. Due to our electoral college, Illinois as a state has voted Democrat every year since 1992, and all polls indicate that 2016 will be no different. And therefore, a vote for Hillary will be another ballot cast by the millions and drown in their majority voice. A vote for Trump will likely be part of the minority vote in our state, and it will only add to his popular total, which effectively does not matter. Just see George W. Bush's campaign in 2008 for reference. He did not win the popular election, but he did win the presidency. But a third-party vote, on the other hand, will help move the needle in the right direction. Even without winning the state, Illinois voters who cast ballots for an alternative will be viewed as a vote for change. They will also be counted towards that essential 5% benchmark, solidifying Libertarians' major party status. It will say that we are not happy with our options. It will say that we want change, and we will not settle for subpar candidates. And so, a simple proposal to consider. Perhaps citizens should learn what is written in the Constitution. Learn what it permits and what it restricts. That they find a candidate whom they believe best serves our country within its constitutional boundaries, regardless of their electability. If any part of you believes that Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton are not the best choice to serve as president, if any part of you believes that Gary Johnson will uphold the Oval Office better than any other, if any part of you believes that you are voting for a particular candidate just to reject the other, please reconsider. Please instead consider the cost incurred for your right to vote. What it actually cost. Our Revolutionary War was fought over taxation without representation. It was not a war of foreign aggression, it was a war for sovereignty. It was fought so that people could choose their elected officials. It was fought for your right to vote. And it formally began with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. There were 53 signers to the Declaration of Independence. The youngest of them was 26, and the median age was 33. The majority were young and passionate patriots. By signing their name, each of them had officially committed treason, and each were sentenced to death by hanging for doing so. After its publication, every single one of them had to flee their homes from the oncoming British Army, and 12 returned to find theirs destroyed. 17 lost their entire fortune. 4 lost their children. They fought for you, for our future generations. They fought for an idea that men should not be free. You see, America is more than just a collection of states. It's more than just a square footage of soil, more than just 300 million plus people. America was and is an experiment in freedom, a safe haven for liberty, a country governed for and by the people. Let us never forget. So this November, don't be swayed by our media. Don't believe you must vote for the lesser of any evils, and don't be sold on the idea that your vote doesn't matter. It does. It always has. It always will. Change can and will only occur when the people demand it. I thank you all for your time and attention, for your devotion to America, for your uncompromising patriotism. Long live the Republic, and God bless America.
I almost fell backwards on that last step. Everybody, let's see here. Libertarian Party, Mathew Scaro. Give him a hand. All right, next on the list, and we only got 2 more, so bear with us, okay? 2 more. Next on the list is Guns Across America, Brandon Gatton. Come on up here, Brandon. He's another former Marine. Well, I guess you can't say former, because once a Marine, always a Marine, right? You're a Marine, aren't you? Well, all right. That's what I said.
All right, Brian, we got to talk about this height thing. This is killing me here. All right, just out of curiosity, is there anybody from Chicago still here? There's one. All right. How many have been killed to date from the shootings in Chicago? No? We don't know. As of Friday, 396. As of this year, total shot is 2,584 people. Now, isn't it complete irony that Chicago is a gun control bastion in the country? They have the strictest gun laws in the country. They want to bring more in. They want to bring more laws to us. A 10-round magazine limit, which they've pushed, several places already. They actually want to enact safe zones where you cannot bring your lawfully concealed firearm even close to that area. They have a bunch of those already, but now they're trying to make a wider, broader spectrum. Some of the here's a couple of the laws that they're already trying to put out there. House Bill 1924. If this thing is signed into law, Illinois state residents will have 90 days to provide proof of ownership. Sorry, I can't even read my own handwriting. Proof of ownership, receipt, or sale of any semi-automatic weapon, which they're calling assault weapons. We'll get into that here in a minute. Any weapon attachment, any .50 caliber rifle, and any .50 caliber cartridge. Any large capacity magazine device holding more than 10 rounds of ammo is also on the list. If you cannot provide proof of this ownership, you have to turn it in. After the 90 days, it will be illegal to sell, buy, possess, deliver, or manufacture any of these items. So if you got a high-capacity magazine or a .50 caliber round laying around, for collection or whatever, without proof of ownership, it's now a Class 3 felony. That's 2 to 5 years of imprisonment for the first offense. If you get caught with any of this, that's one offense. 2 to 5 years, you're gone. House Bill 1599, banning high-capacity ammunition. Have you heard of high-capacity ammunition? Just curious, anybody? High-capacity ammunition. I have never heard of such a thing. I would like to see it, I guess, but I've never personally heard of it. Any ammunition half-inch in diameter or more. That's what they're claiming. So basically, your 20 gauge, your 16 gauge, your 12 gauge, any of that, 50 cal, that would be illegal, and that'd put you in jail for a year or more. High capacity ammunition. Let that sink in for a minute. These are your lawmakers. You and I both know what would happen, though, if something like this would ever be enacted. Since most Illinois lawmakers cannot read or understand the laws they pass and have a tendency to take things way out of context in the first place, you know exactly where this would go. Your shotguns, everything. It'd all be gone. There's no question that would all be gone. And of course, they're fighting us on a suppressor bill still. I know my neighbors out there in the country would love to have suppressors on our rifles, because we go out there and dump several hundred rounds when we go shooting. So I don't see why suppressors would be a bad idea. I know during hunting season, a lot of areas would love to have those. And we cannot forget, you know, that Obama has said in his last few months, he will try and enact anything he can, which includes more strict banning of supposed assault weapons. You know, it doesn't have to I can't speak today. It does not help the fact that none of the proponents of this crap seem to understand what an actual assault rifle is. I've tried giving them the definition several times. I have talked to them in person, including Senator Dick Durbin. I mean, his first name fits him perfectly. I just call him Senator Richard Cranium. But, you know, that's just me. I mean, I stood face to face with Senator Richard Cranium in Taylorville when he came to Rainey's drugstore. I actually talked to him about the definition of an assault rifle and the fact that his own statistics show that the rifle is used in no such shootings. That, in fact, according to the FBI statistics, less than 1% of all shootings, which includes police shootings, when the police have had to use these rifles. So why are we suddenly trying to go after, you know, all these rifles? Well, he, of course, brought up that, you know, weapons of war have there's no reason to have them on our streets. When's the last time you've seen anybody carrying an AR-15 down the road? I've got 3 of them. I haven't drugged mine down the street yet. It's been in my car a few times. I see you nodding your head over there. But he still calls them weapons of war. He says, well, they got to be off our streets. And he started talking to me about hunting. He's like, well, no self-respecting hunter needs more than 30 rounds. I immediately asked him, well, have you ever been hog hunting? Have you ever seen a 400-pound animal get really pissed and come running directly at you? And it takes 15. I was glad to have my AR with me that day, because I hit him once and he got really angry and there was no tree for me to run up. My little arms couldn't reach them tree branches. So I just, you know, emptied the magazine and there we go. He kept losing the argument over and over again. He finally just decides to give up. Dick Durbin finally decides, okay, I'm done with you. He turns and he looks at another man. He starts shaking his hand. He goes, hey, where are you from? He's like, well, I'm from here. He goes, by the way, I'm with him. He's right and you're an idiot. So he just said what I wanted. I tried to keep it more professional, but it worked out for me. By the way, I do have audio of the whole thing, so I'm going to have to play it for you sometime. But, I mean, the fight is real. The fight is still here. And everybody, you know, the Oath Keepers, everybody, we all need your help. We cannot do this on our own. We cannot stand here. I don't understand, you know, I deal with people like that on social media all the time. Well, we the people need to do this. We the people, okay, where are they? Are they here with us right now? Are they standing here listening or speaking or doing anything other than sitting behind their keyboard? I get sick of hearing that all the time. I actually almost despise the phrase "we the people" now because of these people. Or "wake up, sheeple." I hear that a lot too. But you never see them doing anything. It's like behind their keyboard, they're safe. Keyboard warriors, exactly. Well, they're safe behind that keyboard. You don't see their face. They don't realize that that's data logged more than me standing up here speaking. One of these days they'll figure that out. But as I said, the fight is real. You know, everybody needs to come out. Show your face at the events, you know, such as this one, or the overpass, or merely visit the Capitol. Have yourself known as more of what we need. We need more people to come out and actually do something about what's going on. Always remember, be professional. You know, I've seen a few that definitely definitely are not professional, and they make us look bad. But you know, hey, there's one in every bunch. They expect you to be mean. That's what they want, so they can show people they are right. We cannot let them use our passions against us. We cannot let that happen. Be smart, be tactful in your approach. Remember to speak to your friends about what is going on. If they post something, respond to it. Debate with them. It is your constitutional right and duty to speak out. This might be unpopular with some people who see their page as a non-free speech zone. I have dealt with some of these on both sides of the aisle who will post things and get absolutely irate when you respond to it. If they do not want you to respond, then they shouldn't post it. It shouldn't be there. If you don't want anybody to say something about it, don't put it there. Or they put a block on comments if they do not want, you know, they can put a block on comments so that, you know, you can't respond to it. That would be fine with me. Remember, as I said, be polite, show them your research, and why you feel the way you do. It has been an honor today to speak here and to be with such great people like, you know, Mr. Eward of Oath Keepers and Mr. Stufflebeam. Thank you for, you know, letting me follow up behind you. You know, it's definitely been an honor. I love you all. God bless you. And I hope to see you all again soon.
All right, just about done, everybody, just about done. John Anderson, are you here? Oh, really? Okay. Well, then, announcements and closing. Here's an announcement. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evening, if you want to witness some non-politically correct radio, www.LiberTEAFradio.com from 7 to 10 Eastern Time, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Forget Thursday. I am on Thursday.
He's got a point, because every other Thursday, which will be this Thursday, I got a Vietnam Marine that's from here in Illinois on. His name is Ken Hildebrand. He has a website called theinformationnation.com. He's on every other Thursday. Every Tuesday is Mr. Fred Schneider, National Admin of Overpasses for America. And I speak of news. I speak of the political sphere. I speak of what's happening in the world, too. And the globalists' plan a lot of times what it really means to you and I. Please feel free to join me and everybody else that comes over Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 Eastern. LiberTEAFradio.com. That's a shameless plug, but I waited until the end to do it and nobody's here, so what the hell. All right, now Ralyn's gonna, oh, you know what, I forgot about it. Ah, jeez. Can they still do it or no? I was in such a hurry. It's lasted so long. I mean, an hour late. That's why things are going to change next year. There's 2 drawings. Sorry. They've got 4. It's been put up 4 concealed carry classes, and also that 1 Liberty Bell pendant. If you want to get in the drawing, do it hurriedly, with some alacrity. Let's go.
You got my egg tag too, by the way. My good tag. One major announcement. Next year, Illinois Liberty Fest will be held in Alton, Illinois, and we'll be doing it Saturday, August 5th.
All right, it's closer to me. Yeah!
I thought you'd like that. We've done it the last 2 years on Sunday for Chris Ann. Next year we finally got her on a Saturday. And we're going to do a drawing. The first one's going to be for the Liberty Bell pendant. Oh, and I don't have, hold on, I gotta put my glasses on. Larry Betts. Is he still here? Okay, now we got 4 more. It will be for the concealed carry classes. It'll be held in Pekin, Illinois. Kristen, I'm trying to read this.
Go up to Ralyn and say hi.
I can't read this last name here. Kristen from Plainfield, Illinois. Okay, well I've got the address. I can read the address, so. And Sarah Schmidt. Jeff, it must be, I think the last name is Creamer. Oh my. Okay, we need a penmanship class, I think, for some people. Michael. I can't even read the address here. Teddy, can you read this? What's that say? Is it Douglas? Michael Douglas? You know him?
Michael Douglas, yeah. Famous actor. I didn't know you get him, huh? That's a pretty good deal.
No wonder he doesn't leave the house. I wouldn't know that.
No, I don't think he really wants.
So thank you all for coming. Make sure to pick up some extra programs on your way out. I've got some more in the bin if you need some to pass out. I load them full of information for the reason of them being educational, and I actually hand them out all year round. So thank you all.